guys, it's Logan Entertainment, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what the Five Nights at Freddy's movie did right that the SlenderMan movie did wrong. We will start by talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. There is no doubt that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has really piqued my interest to how well done it was put together, especially with the atmosphere as well as the constant Easter eggs that has been mentioned throughout the entire movie. Now, do I think that the movie takes place in the game universe? Well, my answer is no. I think that the entire movie franchise is just purely its own story, and it's going to try to maybe explain some bits in the game lore that we don't necessarily understand, but can at least get a good idea of what the movie story is trying to tell us. I will no doubt admit that the FNAF movie isn't perfect. It does have its minor flaws, but I will no doubt admit that it's a very enjoyable movie to watch for all the fans of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Now, when I say fans, I mean actual fans, and I don't mean people that claim they are fans of the FNAF franchise when in reality they're not. Back to what I was saying about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, this movie is meant to be dedicated more to the fans rather than critics, which, let's be honest, critics wouldn't know what a good movie looks like even if it benefited them in any way, shape, or form. The FNAF movie is balanced with at least getting implications from the game lore as well as references and Easter eggs throughout the franchise's entire career, especially with cameos of MatPat as well as Corey, the YouTubers who no doubt have nailed it with their cameos. Not only did the Five Nights at Freddy's movie have a budget of $20 million, it made $80 million in North America and $132 million globally in just a week, whereas the SlenderMan movie was in between $10 to $28 million. And even though it made a lot of money in the box office, it still wasn't that well loved by the fans. While the SlenderMan movie did pretty decent in the box office, it still didn't do nearly as good as the FNAF movie. So, let's get to the key point of this video. So what was it that the FNAF movie did right that the SlenderMan movie did wrong? Well, it's pretty obvious. Storytelling. While the SlenderMan movie was at least decent with its CGI, the storytelling was pretty bad. Basically, SlenderMan ended up chasing a group of girls purely because they've seen videos of him stalking children, which is what SlenderMan typically does. Eventually, a lot of supernatural things happen, which of course results in almost all the characters dying, with only one of them surviving at the end. Just to give clarification, SlenderMan is a character that already exists in the universe of the SlenderMan franchise and only starts attacking people when they're in the woods, collecting pages or stalk people for no reason. Whereas in the movie, it's not really done that well. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie, on the other hand, at least has a build-up to each and every certain event, which of course leads to the climactic part of the movie, and even has constant callbacks to the original franchise. And even though the FNAF movie did have some slow-pacing moments, it still did a better job. The SlenderMan movie seems to have at least tried to make a good story, but at the same time, I'm almost getting the vibe that it was just made just to make a quick buck off of a franchise that was pretty much already forgotten. In conclusion, I believe that the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is the textbook definition on how you can make a movie based off of an indie horror franchise the right way, especially when it comes to the amount of dedication, the time, and effort it takes to put the movie together, whereas the SlenderMan movie, as I've said, is basically just a rushed movie just to make a quick buck. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions if I was wrong, or if you think that I was right, or if you'd like, tell me your honest thoughts on what I've just said. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.